bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
My next guest is here to set the stage for you for an upcoming production that's sure to take you back in time. Hello again, and thank you for taking the time and spending it with us. You're watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Carla Showell-Lee. Joining me this hour is Greer Firestone. He's a producer of the Best of Broadway Productions, and today we're talking about the production This Is Your Life, Judy Garland. Thanks for joining us today, Greer. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
It's so interesting that you're doing this production on Judy Garland's life, because she had a very challenged life, I would say. Yeah.
Her personal life was real tragic.
Yeah.
She had been considered the world's greatest entertainer. And certainly The Wizard of Oz took her into a whole different iconic status with all of us. She'll never leave us, Judy Garland. But what I do in my show is chronicle her life through song, basically. The music is always the message. What the show is the Best of Broadway does.
Right. I'm curious to know, though, Greer, why did you choose Judy Garland?
She's an icon. That's really why. And her songs, Get Happy, Smile, The Man That Got Away from the movie A Star Is Born, and certainly Wizard of Oz, Over the Rainbow, those are such part of the American fabric. I mean, actually, Over the Rainbow is the #1 most popular song of all time.
Oh, please, I still try to sing it. Try to sing it, Greer.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, her life was so much bigger because she was only 4'11", which I was amazed by.
Yes.
You know,
yeah,
just a tiny little thing.
Exactly.
So set the stage for this upcoming production. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to get some education on her life as well.
That's true. Yeah. The conceit is that I'm taking the show This Is Your Life, the legendary 50s and 60s show, where a man named Ralph Edwards, the producer of the show, in fact, I'm playing Ralph Edwards, surprised guests, whether they be Laurel Hardy or Jane Mansfield, and he would say, "This is your life, Jane Mansfield," for example. And then for the next half hour, their life would be chronicled in front of a live TV audience. Judy probably could never be on the show because her life was so tragic, her personal life. Her on-stage life, and the woman of 1,000 comebacks, we all knew her, you know, from her on-stage career and her concert career and her TV career, but her personal life was really kind of a chaotic one. So we surprised Judy with this particular This Is Your Life. Now, we don't take Judy through all the neighbors and the preachers and the teachers like they did on This Is Your Life, the show. The guests in the show are Liza, Frank, and Dean. No last names required.
Goodness, of course we know who they are.
Exactly right.
Right,
yeah,
so the time period is around the 60s then?
1961 actually takes place. It's right after her major Carnegie Hall debut, which still is a legendary piece of American concert history. In fact, many people consider it the greatest moment in show business history, that particular thing in Carnegie Hall. So that's where I take it from. Yeah,
you take it like also from a Rat Pack type of feel too.
What happens is that when Frank and Dean come on through the curtain, it was always, so we're going to be doing Frank's classic numbers as well, and they were contemporaries. They were very friendly. And there'll be a lot of Rat Pack shtick between Dean and Frank and Judy as well. So there's a lot of ad-lib, fun stuff. One of the other interesting things about the show is that it's not a normal proscenium stage with theater seating. We're doing it in a very elegant space called the Great Room of the Residences at Rodney Square at 9th and Market in Wilmington. The Great Room is actually a part of an apartment complex now at 9th and Market. It used to be the former lobby of the Delaware Trust Building. Elegant space, marble floors, high ceilings, mezzanines. And there's sofas and armchairs in the space. We're going to keep them there. So our guests,
yeah, very cozy.
Exactly right. Our guests will actually be able to have beverages during the show too, because there's a bar there.
Oh, wow.
But that's nice because Frank and Dean drank too.
Of course, of course. I'm sorry we're out of time, but the fact is you have lots of tunes, about 20 in all, right?
Right.
Yeah, and it's going to take place from when to when? Tell people.
May 11th to May 26th. The Great Room of Residences of Rodney Square.
All right, sounds like a fun production. Thanks so much for joining us today, Greer.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. This hour's newsmaker has been Greer Firestone, producer of Best of Broadway Productions. I'm Carla Showell-Lee for Comcast Newsmakers. Thanks for watching.